The little girl held a sheep dung pellet the size of a fist, and forced it into the poisoned Grandmaster's mouth. This terrified the Grandmaster, but the little girl didn't care. She quickly shoved it into his mouth, then punched it down into his stomach. In the next second, the nearly dead Grandmaster miraculously recovered as if nothing had happened. It turned out the little girl was a little lucky star, but she had been abandoned by her mother since childhood, left to rely only on her father. One day, she suddenly left a letter for her father, and decided to go down the mountain to find her heartless mother. As soon as she descended the mountain, her stomach began to growl with hunger. She remembered secretly taking her father's treasure pouch. Sure enough, she pulled out a hot bun from it. This made her trust her father's words even more. At that moment, she saw two carriages driving by, so she stopped them with her old yellow ox in the middle of the road. When the Empress heard about it, she ordered the guards to drive the little girl away, because the most skilled Grandmaster was poisoned, and she feared the prince might rebel if he found out. If the Grandmaster's poison wasn't cured, she would be no match for the prince. But the guards told the Empress that the little girl looked exactly like her. The Empress was shocked when she saw the girl. She could hardly believe such a person existed, and it reminded her of her abandoned husband and daughter. So she asked the little girl who her father was. The little girl recalled that her father had once warned her to be cautious of others, so she quickly changed her father's name and gave a random one. When the Empress heard it, she realized it was not the same as her husband's. Perhaps she was overthinking it. She then asked who the girl's mother was. The girl replied that her mother ran off with someone else when she was little, leaving her and her father to fend for themselves. The Empress was furious, and vowed to capture the heartless woman. The girl said that if she found her mother, she would lock her up and not feed her. The Empress laughed at this. The more she looked at the girl, the more she liked her, so she decided to have the girl accompany her, and once the Grandmaster's poison was cured, they would find her mother together. The girl agreed. They soon arrived at the doctor's house. The doctor examined the Grandmaster and said that the poison was made from 108 different toxins, and there was no cure. The little girl stepped forward and called the doctor a quack, saying her father could cure the Grandmaster's poison, and was the world's only divine doctor. This shocked everyone. Even the doctor couldn't believe it. He had lived for 300 years, and never heard of anyone with better medical skills. He immediately asked who the girl's father was. The girl confidently said that her father had caused a stir in the heavenly palace 500 years ago. The doctor burst out laughing, thinking the girl was just a child making a joke. So the girl took out a detox pill, and claimed that if the Grandmaster took it, he would recover immediately. The doctor, still puzzled, asked the girl to let him inspect the pill. He smelled it and immediately recognized it as soot and salt mixed together, and had no detoxifying effect. He told the Empress to prepare for the Grandmaster's last rites, and suggested the Grandmaster write his will. But when the Empress asked for the Grandmaster's will, the Grandmaster suddenly became excited. He had devoted his life to the country, and now was poisoned by someone's plot. He was unwilling to die without the truth being revealed, and asked the Empress to investigate after his death, to bring the murderer to justice. Just then, the murderer showed up. It was the prince, who should have been guarding the border. Everyone was shocked, as he was the Empress's royal brother, and now clearly trying to seize the throne. The Empress, seeing this, drew her sword, and tried to duel with the